Okay, so I wanted to read this off. I thought this was interesting. You remember, I don't know what year you were born, but maybe you'll remember this, the Cabbage Patch Kids, okay? So I went in and I just wanted to know each of them. So cabbage, obviously, a culinary vegetable, cabbage, to PURLOIN, PURLOIN, PURLOIN. I looked it up, it means to steal. And then it says especially pieces of cloth. And then go over to patch, as you would assume what patch means. A piece of cloth sewn in a garment to repair it. A small piece of silk stuck on the face for adornment. A small piece of ground, like a lot of land. Where else? To mend by sewing on a patch. To repair clumsily. To make hastily without regard to forms. With up. And then we go to kid, a young goat. Most people know what that is. And then leather made from its skin. A small wooden tub, in brackets, kidded, to bring forth a kid. Oh, that was weird. I just flipped to a page that says cabal. CABBAGE. An intrigue. Persons united in some intrigue. Cabal, to combined in plotting. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was really strange to steal for cabbage. It's really weird. This light's really bright. I'm just gonna do a few flip throughs. Now that I'm staring at this light, looks like a freaking rainbow. I probably won't be able to see very well afterwards, but what do I get? Immigrate. To come into a country for permanent residence. What else? Romance. A tale in verse, in romance, dialect, a popular epic or tale in prose or verse of some length. A tale of extraordinary adventures, tendency to the wonderful and mysterious, a fiction, a term applied to the languages sprung from the Latin to tell fictitious stories. Really? Don't be rude. Compromise. An amicable agreement to settle differences, mutual concession. To settle by mutual concessions. That's the stove. To involve, to endanger the interests of. Glue, a tenacious, viscid matter which serves as cement, holding things together. To join with glue, to unite. Ooh, I like that. What all that other shit. One positive thing, something else. Celibacy, the unmarried state, a single life. A single life. I was saying for the longest time, I changed it. When I was being celibate, I should have been saying abstinent. Because I didn't agree to no single life. I mean, if it works out, it works out. What else? Gore. Blood that is shed. Thick or clotted blood. Wedge-shaped piece of land or cloth. A gusset. To cut in a triangular form, like cake. to pierce with a pointed instrument or animal's horns. I didn't know that's what it meant. You cut in a triangular form. You cut gores like pizza, cake, pie. What else do you cut in the form of a triangle? Keen, acute mind, shrewd, sharp, eager, piercing, severe, bitter. Somewhat. Somewhat. S-U-M-W-H-O-T. Somewhat. Something more or less, in some degree, a little. Something else, anything. Something else. Grotesque. A wildly formed, extravagant, fantastic, whimsical figure or scenery. You know, when they say the word grotesque, they usually use it in a negative manner. That doesn't sound negative at all. I think they perverted that word. Patron, a protector, one who supports or protects a person or work, one who has the disposition of a church living or professorship or appointment, a guardian or a saint. Resound, to give back sound of, to echo, to praise, to sound again, to echo, to be much praised. What else? Explode, to drive out of use or belief, to cause to burst with violence. I love this little pocket dictionary. I don't care if I'm a nerd. Fucking sexy nerd. Burst with violence and noise. To burst with noise. To burst into activity or passion. So passionate when I speak. Upon. Up and on, resting on. Ledge. A narrow shelf, a ridge or shelf of rocks. Is that like the Fool? I can't, what does it say? Arab, a native of Arabia, a street, an urchin, street urchin? Does that say U-R-C-H-I-N? Street urchin. Isn't that another word for a sea creature? That's fucking different. An Arabian horse. Where are you going with this? Prodigy. A portent, a wonder, or miracle. Or monster. Prodigy can be a monster. Interesting. Chronology. Arrangement of events according to their dates. C. To perceive by the eye, to notice, to discover, to understand, to receive, to experience, to attend, to have the power of sight, to understand, to consider. Lo, just L-O with an exclamation mark, and then look with an exclamation mark. Lo, look. A seat of episcopal power, a diocese. What's diocese? D-I-O-C-E-S-E. Diocese. Set. To put or pose in a certain place or position, to fix, to appoint, to estimate, to regulate or adjust, to fit, to music, to adorn, to intersperse, to incite, to disappear below the horizon, sunset, to solidify, to tend, to point out game, game, recognize game, and you looking unfamiliar. To apply oneself, placed, fixed, determined, established. The descent of the sun, attitude, position, turn, or bent. Number of things combining to form a whole, complete assortment. 2 more. Something to do with the sun. Concave, hollow as inner surface of a sphere, opposed to convex. My light went out. I can't see. Ooh, believe. Conceive, no. Yee. Opposed to convex, a hollow, an arch, or a vault. Lend, to furnish on condition of the thing being returned to afford or grant, to accommodate. One more. I wasn't going to choose. I was only going to do 2. Calypso, don't eat that. Calypso, don't eat that. Calypso, don't eat that. Don't eat that. Vacant, empty, void, unoccupied, leisure, thoughtless, inane. Haggle, to cut into small pieces, to mangle, to be difficult in bargaining, to stick at small matters, or shape.